I guess the reason you've picked up this film is because you're a very busy person and you want to learn to paint quickly. The charm of oil painting is choice. You can paint it all in one session, or you can wait for it to dry and paint on top. You can paint it with a brush, with a palette knife. You can paint it on more or less any surface. You can paint it thickly, you can paint it thinly, transparent, opaque. It is so versatile. You are going to love it. So let's get started. Let's go back to the studio and I'll show you everything I know. You only need a few colours, handful of brushes, thinning and cleaning agent, pots to put it in, a palette, a rag, something to paint on, and an easel. So you've got a light, a dark and a mid-tone, and now we're going to blend the colours together, and you use a flat brush is best for this, and you come across in cross-hatch strokes, and what you'll notice is happening is that you'll be taking some of the colour into the other colour, so that's why it's best to have two different brushes, one for your light colour, because look how it's tainting the light, otherwise you'd be fighting all day bringing the light and dark. So we're literally going to blend them together until we get an even transition between the two. And when you've got as far as you can get with your flat bristle brushes, then you need to start using one of the synthetic brushes. And then a nice fine round brush to tidy up the rim. And of course anything lit is going to cast a shadow. And the same thing, we need to blend it darker from the mug itself. And one of the ways we can show that an object is sitting on a surface is by what's called a proximity shadow. And this will be probably the darkest thing in the painting, if it's something like a still life, because it's going to be somewhere where no light has been allowed to get there, because the item is blocking light from it. And you could go on refining that blend until you could literally pluck the cup off the canvas. Now when you use paint really dry, you can scumble it on to the background just to change the tone. We can't do this when we get close to the buildings, but we can keep a lot of the blue underneath by just scumbling it. The lightest part of this painting is going to be the light on the water, so what we don't want is anything too light anywhere else which will take away from that light. So we're making the sky a little bit, make the sky a little bit darker, a bit greyer. Tiny bit of turpentine and linseed oil mixed together for our mixture. We want to keep it nice and oily so it dries without cracking. The beauty of the brush is that it can come in and make these shapes so it stops you being too fiddly and too precise. I'm going to make it darker over here, closer to the tone of the background blue. And then we're going to use the rag to blend it into the sky.